And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, we have got an interesting one today. As you can read there in the headline, Fabrizio Romano has provided some huge Darwin Nunez news ahead of the summer as a potential exit looms for our Uruguayan striker. We're also going to be going through the latest on the Arne Slot situation and maybe taking a little look ahead towards our game tomorrow against West Ham United. But I'll leave that to the end. We'll get into the nitty gritty right now. But before I do get into today's sort of main subject about Darwin Nunez, just now, before we get into it, would you be, comment in the comment section below, would you be for or against selling Darwin Nunez and why? Let me know down there in the comment section right now. Now let's start, of course, with the managerial hunt, guys. We are very, very close to seeing our new manager being announced and confirmed. And as always, it's a fast-moving story. The latest, yesterday we got up to that negotiations had begun. Arne Slot actually admitted and came out and said that he wants the Liverpool job and all these kind of things, and the two clubs are negotiating at this moment in time. That came from the horse's mouth himself, and also stated he's confident a deal will be done. Now, where we're at this moment in time is that Liverpool are negotiating with Feyenoord in terms of an actual fee. Whilst there is no release clause, Feyenoord do want compensation. And there was an initial bid that was put in, I think around £9 million, which was instantly rejected by Feyenoord. However, as stated, they are cooperative with regards to this Arne Slot situation and are looking to find a solution and are not going to stand in his way. They just want the correct amount of fee, which is fair enough. And the latest we have for you today, guys, is that Feyenoord are ready to conclude the deal for Arne Slot to join Liverpool. Talks continue today with clubs moving towards agreeing the compensation package for Slot. Other Feyenoord staff members as well. All-in figure is likely to top £13 million. So yeah, that is straight off the press today, guys. That's an update from around 10 minutes ago from our trusted sources that it is look like it's going to be concluded today with regards to Arne Slot, and it's going to be a fee of around £13 million. And it does seem as though all of his staff are going to be coming as well, which is very, very interesting. But we are certainly moving into this new era. I hope it's all sort of digested with you now, if you like. And Liverpool fans are starting to potentially get excited about Arne Slot. But it does seem as though the merry-go-round is over since sort of January, since Jurgen Klopp announced his departure. We've seen loads of different bits of information with regards to Xabi Alonso and Ruben Amorim, but it does seem as though it is going to be Arne Slot, which is very, very exciting indeed. I've done a real deep dive into him. Instead, if you haven't already checked out our sister channel, Palenka LFC, we have got a deep dive on there. It's currently got around 50,000 views in 16 hours. So yeah, it's popping off right now. And if you want to learn everything about him in terms of the tactics, who he is as a person, his history, and all these kind of things, and what he brings to Liverpool, do check it out. I'll put a link down there in the description for that one. Now, obviously, following this, guys, there is a lot of talk about the transfer window. We dropped a bombshell last night with regards to Paul Joyce, and he stated that, of course, Michael Edwards doesn't really fancy Darwin Nunez and that he was a Jurgen Klopp signing, and he's lost his biggest ally when Klopp goes out of the door, and there could be a good possibility that Michael Edwards looks to try and sell the Uruguayan striker. Now, I have got a further update to this now from Fabrizio Romano, and he has stated today, moments ago, that Chelsea were super keen to sign Darwin Nunez last summer, and conversations took place with Liverpool. However, Jurgen Klopp had the final say with regards to it and said no to the move. He also stated that it could be possible that Chelsea could approach Liverpool again this summer to reignite their interest in Darwin Nunez. Guys, that's huge news. I didn't even know about Chelsea being interested in Darwin Nunez. Of course, I knew he was not for sale last summer, and I don't think fans would have accepted that. But now going into this summer, going into a new era, I think fans may be plausible, maybe like, look, listen, we might need to sell Darwin Nunez to go and get a bit more of an out-and-out striker that fits our sort of data-led team that we've currently got, our data-led setup at this moment in time as well. But very, very interesting indeed there that Fabrizio Romano has stated that Chelsea were in talks to try and land Darwin Nunez last summer, and that talks could resume again this summer for a deal. But an interesting one, certainly, because I don't believe the director of football and I don't believe Michael Edwards will stand in the way of Darwin Nunez, which makes it, because I love Darwin Nunez, a guy I've really got behind him. But honestly, just over this last few games, I'm starting to wonder, is this guy actually going to be coming good? Can we rely on potential losing out on trophies because of his finishing? And again, that one against Everton, that finish against, or that shot against Everton is almost unforgivable, genuinely. It would have changed the whole aspect of the game and could have kept us in that title race, because it would have changed the result and we probably would have went on to win that goal should have you buried it, which you should do for an £80 million striker. To be fair, I don't like to sit here and say that I could finish that, but genuinely I do believe that maybe in that position I could finish it, and I'm not that great at football, so it is what it is, I suppose. But it's going to be an interesting summer regardless. I think I said a month ago on this channel I didn't expect there to be a lot of signings, incoming and outgoings, but this summer I really do. I think there's going to be a wholesale changes. I really do think there's going to be the end of this old guard as we know it, and we genuinely are going into a new era. So it is fairly exciting, of course, going forward. There's already questions to be asked about Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and all these kind of players as well that have been here for such a long time and made an impact at this football club. But it's interesting the direction that we're going to go under Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, and it looks as though Arne Slot. Now, funnily enough, guys, we're actually playing tomorrow. I feel like none of you really give a crap, to be honest. Obviously, we will be watching the game. We are Liverpool supporters. And to be fair, I'm just deflated, to be fair, going up against this West Ham side. 4 games left to go to the end of the season. As stated, I do believe we are out of the title race. And in fact, we haven't even got top 3 secured. By the way, if we ended up losing all our games, Aston Villa could creep up on us. But I don't think we'll drop any lower than 3rd. But yeah, certainly deflated going into this game. Not really excited as I was for the Merseyside derby. But going up against a West Ham side that are chasing European spaces. They are in free fall form at this moment in time. Obviously losing to Crystal Palace at the weekend, they're 5-2. Oh, it's during the week, they're 5-2. Prior to that, of course, drew to Bayer Leverkusen and exited Europe. And before that, they lost to Fulham. Before that, they lost to Bayer Leverkusen again, with their last win coming against Wolverhampton Wanderers, which does seem as though a long, long time ago. Prior to that, they drew to Tottenham 1-1. Prior to that, they lost 4-3 to Newcastle. And prior to that, of course, drawing to Aston Villa. So they're not in the greatest of form as of late, and that has obviously sparked conversation about David Moyes and whether he's going to be there at the club next season. But they're still, actually, because everyone keeps trying to fumble this place with the top 6. No one's good. They're actually still in question to potentially land a top 6 place or top 7 place and get into European football. So they'll be well up for it. They'll be hoping that they can capitalise on our defeat and our low confidence. But it's certainly going to make for an interesting game. Let's hope Liverpool can turn up and look, if you're an optimist, any of you're hoping Manchester City and Arsenal drop points this weekend and maybe will be invited back into the title race, which I do think it's going to be very unlikely. But certainly one to watch upon. But Liverpool fans, that's all I've really got for you today, guys. Do let me know your thoughts on the whole Arne Slot situation, and also let me know your thoughts on Darwin Nunez. Would you sell him, yes or no? As stated, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.